represent DP Martial Arts Academy, my kata, or a coup. With your permission, I will begin. Thank you, judges.
Can I have SP14 to stage? SP14 to stage. That is Stephen Bruno and Scott Connor. Stephen Bruno and Scott Connor. Please bring your sparring gear to staging. Thank you.
All of these breakers over here, breaking concrete, that's great and all, but do you have any breaking soap to break? There's a lot of people in this room that have broken concrete blocks, but who has broken the breaking soap and had the best shower of your life? Okay? So, when you're done breaking, go get some breaking soap.
Hi everyone, welcome back to DP Martial Arts Academy. This is part 2 of our bow staff series. My name is Katie and today we'll be going over basic twirls and other tricks you could use with your bow staff. Before we get started, make sure, as always, you like this video, hit the subscribe button, and don't be afraid to leave any comments in our section down below. We'll get back to you if you have any questions about this material or anything else regarding DPMA. Let's get started. In this part of our bow staff lessons, we're going to be going over our basic twirls, spins, and basic tricks you could use in your bow staff form or combo. Our very first twirl is the clockwise and counterclockwise basic spin. So if you can follow along with me, that's great. So hold your bow staff with your right or left hand in front of you, and we're going to learn how to handle the bow staff in a basic spin. So we're going to rotate our wrist, and your hand should fall into this position. Pretend you're holding a pizza and make sure the bow staff is facing vertically from top to bottom. The bow staff should be nestled right in between your thumb and your index finger, and you can hold it out like this, almost as if you're holding a pizza. Now from here, you're gonna let the bow staff tip a little bit farther, and you're gonna grab it with your other hand. Then finish twirling in that direction, and that completes one spin. Let's go over it one more time. Hold your bow staff in front of you, spin it until your hand reaches pizza position and the bow staff is straight. From here, you're going to grab it with your other hand and finish the twirl. Make sure that when you end the twirl, your knuckles are facing upwards and the bow staff is back in its horizontal position. Now let's go over it a little bit faster. So we start with our bow staff in front, twirl, pizza, grab, finish the spin. Bow staff is flat. One more time, grab, twirl, grab, horizontal. Now in order to keep spinning the bow staff from our horizontal position, you're going to turn it a little bit more. If you were holding a soda, all of the soda would now be spilled onto the floor. From here, we're going to make our hand go upside down, grab the bow staff, and our bow staff magically returns back to its horizontal position. From here, once again, turn, pizza, grab, spill the hold on. From here, once again, we're gonna Spin, pizza, grab the bow staff, spill the soda, grab and rotate. Turn, pizza, grab the bow staff, spill the soda, grab and rotate. And it keeps going in a circle like this. You could practice this for 30 seconds, you could spin this for 5 minutes, you could practice for an hour in front of the TV, whatever helps you get most comfortable with the spin. Now you can do the same with your other hand in the opposite direction. So now we're gonna do the same thing, hold the bow staff in front of us, and we're gonna spin in the opposite direction. So spin until you get the pizza. You're gonna grab the bow staff with your other hand, spill the soda, grab, and that's one full rotation. Once again, make sure you practice both sides so you can get maximum flexibility to do all different types of combos and tricks within your bow staff form. Next, we're going to go over what's called the figure 8 spin. Now, the spin is going to look just like its name is, the figure 8. For this spin, we're going to need to hold one hand up and one hand down. So your knuckles should be facing in opposite directions. Again, make sure that your grip is loose enough that you can draw circles with your bow staff. If it's too tight, you're not going to be able to spin anything. If it's too loose, the bow staff is going to be out of control. So we want to make sure that your wrists are loose and that your bow staff is flexible. From here, we're going to go into our basic front stance with one leg out and one leg in the back. Our front leg should be bent so that we don't hit our leg with our bow staff. You're going to, with this grip, hold the bow staff in front of you and follow one tip of the bow staff the whole time you're spinning. I'm going to follow the front tip of my bow staff. Now we're going to dig, make a big circle to the other side, and dig, make a big circle to the other side, and continue this motion until you're comfortable enough to build up some speed. Now once you get this going, it should make a beautiful figure 8, and you should be able to twirl it faster and faster on both sides. Now let me show you the figure 8 spin from the front. Once again, we're going to be in our front stance. It doesn't matter which side you do.
And make sure that...
Okay. Now I'll show you the figure 8 from the front. It doesn't matter which front stance you're in, but just make sure that the front leg is bent and the back leg is straight. Once again, we're going to hold the bow staff with one knuckle facing up and the other pair of knuckles facing down. And we're going to follow one tip down and up as you make the figure 8. Don't be afraid to move your upper body a little bit if you're not flexible enough. Now as you get faster and faster, you should be able to see a figure 8 being formed by the bow staff. Now for those of you who are more advanced, you can do what we call the one-handed figure 8. We're going to do the same exact motion as we did before, except now you're holding the bow staff with one hand instead of two. Just as we did before, we're going to follow one tip as it comes down and up, down and up, down and up. And for the one-handed twirl, you want your elbow and your shoulder to be as flexible as possible. Once again, from the side, for the one-handed spin, we're going to follow one tip and come down and up, down and up. Make sure that your shoulder and your elbow are flexible so you can get a great looking spin from top to bottom. For those of you who have practiced with a bow staff before during one of our classes, you should already know these spins. For you guys who are at home practicing, I'll teach you a basic combo with your spins that you could use to practice both the counterclockwise and clockwise spins and the figure 8. We're going to start with the clockwise spin, and it should naturally fall into a figure 8. Once your figure 8 goes towards the back, you're going to grab the bow staff behind your back, come all the way around with a loop, and it should begin spinning clockwise. Is it going? I'll show you the same spin from the back so you can see the exchange between the two hands. we're going to start with a clockwise spin, fall into a figure 8, and as the bow staff comes down, simply grab it behind your back, bring it around, and back into your spin. Let's practice this combination together. Clockwise spin, figure 8, catch behind the back, over, and clockwise spin. One more time, from the clockwise spin into your figure 8, behind the back, over, and clockwise spin. Now you can practice the same thing with a counterclockwise spin, but your figure 8 should be on the opposite side as it was before. So you're going to do a clockwise spin, figure 8, behind the back, over, and counterclockwise spin. For those of you who are having difficulty with this combination, we can go over a simplified version for you to practice as a stepping stone. So once again, we're going to start with the clockwise spin. You're just going to make sure it's horizontal, bring it behind your back, around, and spin in the opposite direction. Now this combination is a little bit different because it doesn't include the figure 8 motion. But once you get this basic combo, you should be able to practice the figure 8 and incorporate it to get to the advanced combination that we just went over. So once again, you're going to spin the bow staff, stop the bow staff, bring it behind your back, and spin in the opposite direction. The final spin we'll be going over today is called the helicopter. Now if you're comfortable with your forward and backward spins, this should be easy peasy. But for this spin, please make sure you have enough space in your area to practice. So just to make sure, we're gonna bring our bow staff out, make a circle to make sure we're not bumping into any trees, any indoor furniture, or any valuable items that our parents might be upset with if we broke it. So once you've made sure that you have enough space, we're gonna lift the bow staff above our head and make sure our hand is centered above your head. From here, it's the same motion as we practiced with the clockwise and counterclockwise spins before. So you're going to spin the bow staff in one direction, grab it once your hand can't rotate anymore, and repeat the same motion in order to complete the spin. Now don't be afraid to do this very slowly at first, one rotation at a time. It's easy if you fumble for the bow staff to fall and hit a part of your body or a surrounding object. So make sure you practice slowly before you try to increase the speed. So once again, you're going to bring the bow staff above your head. You're going to spin the bow staff in a clockwise or counterclockwise motion. Once you're comfortable at full speed, the spin should look like this. Once you've gotten the hang of these basic twirls, spins, and tricks, we can move on to the advanced tricks for your bow staff routines. Now, this is recommended for any people who have been already practicing bow staff or need a review. So the first trick that we're going to be going over is the around the neck. For this trick, we're going to need to hold the bow staff at the end of the grip. If you have a bow staff, the end of the grip is a great visual marker. Now, if you don't have a bow staff with a grip, if you're practicing with another tool, just make sure you don't hold it in the center. You want it to be at least 1 or 2 fists away from the center of your practice object. So once you have the right grip, it should be a little heavier on one side. We're going to chamber the bow staff at the back of our neck. Once again, from the front, we're going to chamber the bow staff at the back of our neck. You want to make sure that the bow staff is straight all the way across. If you have a mirror to look at while you're practicing, that's great. If not, make sure you look side to side and make sure the bow staff is as flat as possible. Make sure you're in a front stance to begin this trick. From here, we're simply going to bring the bow staff in front of us, make an X with our arms, and grab the bow staff. Once you've grabbed the bow staff with your opposite hand, You can let go of the original hand, take it out, and finish the rotation. Let's go over it one more time. So from ready position, grab your bow staff in the right spot, chamber it behind your neck, cross, and unfold. From the side, it should look like this. Chamber, cross, unfold. Once you've gotten that motion, we're gonna combine it with the moving spin so that the trick is complete. So we're gonna get ready, chamber, and as you cross the bow staff, you're gonna take a step forward. So the whole motion should look like this. Once you're in this position, you can let go as you practice, spin all the way, and punch. I'll show it to you one more time from the side. So we are in a ready position with our grip at the right spot. We're gonna chamber behind our neck, cross, and finish the spin with a punch. At full speed, the trick should look like this. Hut! 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 All you need to remember is neck, cross, spin, punch. One more time, neck, cross, spin, punch. You don't need to add any other spins or movements to it because once you add the body's motion, it will create the illusion that you are actually spinning the bow staff around your neck. That concludes the end of our second bow staff lesson where we went over our basic spins, twirls, and tricks. Make sure you review this video if you need any additional practice, and if you have questions or comments, make sure you leave it down below and we'll get back to you. In our next video, we'll be going over all of the combinations to put together a basic bow staff form. So make sure you turn on notifications and keep your eyes out for our next video. See you next time on DPMA Online.
Free to court, may it begin? Thank you, judges.
Any of my masters that are scheduled to do a demonstration today, please check in at the stage to get assigned a time. Masters that are going to perform on stage and do a demonstration today, please check in on the stage.